sometimes it's comfortable to take a salary job because you know you're getting your paycheck at the end of the month. But there again, the comfort of today may lead to much greater discomfort in the future.
What I will just add to it, and this is very helpful, but a lot of people, they ask me, like, why should I even create a budget? Why should I even understand where my expenses go? And it doesn't add up. I always tell them, let me ask you a question. I tell them, like, if you make the calculation and you see you're off with $7,000 a year. Now you know what could I do in my job? What could I do? What could I add value to not go to your boss, ask for a raise because your cost of living is $7,000 more. Think for a moment and say, what type of task could I also take over and bring more value? And now you know where the gap is. It's important because if you don't know the gap, you're just on a cycle all year long and you're just not catching up.
So the worst thing for a person in that situation is not to know, because not knowing leads to despair, and despair leads to recklessness. If somebody knows that they're a mess, they're a total mess, there's no hope here anyway. So what's the difference? It's like somebody who hasn't cleaned up their house in 6 years, their house reeks, it's disgusting, and they're eating a banana. Of course they're going to throw the banana peels on the floor. What difference does it make, right? And that's the way people think about expenses. They're like, oh, what's another $500? What's another swipe of the credit card? My life is a disaster anyway. But once somebody shows them that, once there's a name to the problem, there's a number to the problem. Okay, so we know what it is. Now we can start planning. Now you don't want that number to get bigger, right? Let's think how we can chip away. And once you start chipping away at that problem, you're even more motivated not to make the problem worse.